When I got to boot camp, one of the first things they did is take everything. Now, when I say everything, I mean everything. They took my shirt, my shorts, my belt, my underwear, my shoes, my socks, everything. Now, they didn't leave you naked. They gave you the stuff they wanted you to wear, but they didn't stop there. They even shaved your hair off, completely shaved off. If you had any kind of facial hair, which I didn't at the time, I had a baby face, couldn't do anything. They shaved your head off. You had to shave your face, the whole nine. So basically, you were left with nothing. You were stripped down to nothing. This is the Warrior Up Podcast, episode 78. Let's talk a little bit about how we have to give up everything. So just like building modern warriors, how our military does it, or militaries around the world does it, God builds new warriors the same way. See, the Bible tells us that when we come into Christ, we're a new creation. We're not an upgrade. He's not improving on what already exists. We become a new creation. Now, this is important. See, we all learn this in church and whatnot, and that's great, but here's the problem. Let's go back to my Marine Corps boot camp analogy so we can better understand this. During my time of training in that refining period, I was never allowed to go back wherever they stored my crap and go get it. Go and undo that brown paper bag they made me put all in. I mean, it literally was a brown paper bag about this big. Everything that I owned or existed was in there. In other words, no cell phones or anything like that. So pretty much anything that was on my person was put in this bag to be given after training was over. I hoped, right? But I wasn't allowed to go at any time during my training and dig into that thing and put my shoes back on and put my socks back on. Why? Because I was being made into something new. I was not allowed to go back to that mentality. I was not allowed to go back and put those garments back on until after it was all said and done. Well, here's the big deal between the big difference between the Marine Corps and how God does things. We're never allowed to put those garments back on, but we do. See, we want to go back in our minds, in our lives, and look and say, okay, this was salvageable. There's a little bit of good. I enjoyed this garment, whatever that garment is, and I want to wear that for a little bit. But here's the thing, the new creation cannot stand that garment. It like scratches the skin, for our analogy. Now, we're not going to go too crazy in this analogy. Hopefully you get that. I think you do. What is those garments? What are those things that you're going into your brown paper bag and trying to put back on? That you're looking back to and go, man, I can't wait to go and indulge in that thing, whatever it is. It's because you know that you still have that bag. Here's the thing. The Bible's very clear in our struggle inside of ourselves between the flesh, the old man, the old bag, with all this crap in it, and the new creation that is made in Christ Jesus, that new warrior, is that we're not to go and indulge in that bag, but we're to instead to walk in the newness of who we are in Christ Jesus. This is the whole armor, putting on the armor. See, if you got armor on, it's kind of hard to put other armor on top of it, especially if it's crap armor. It's almost like drinking toxic water after you've had pure water. If I gave you pure water and I gave you toxic water and you're drinking pure water, there's no way you would ever go like, ugh. But now if you took your eyes off the pure water for a little bit and you kind of got thirsty, you're like, oh, this looks pretty good because you forgot what this one looks like. But no way. Keep drinking that pure water. I know this is a, podcast and a bunch of analogies here, but I think, Jesus taught in parables, analogies, word pictures, because the concepts were very difficult for our finite minds to grasp, but the Spirit He gives us can grasp it. If we have ears to hear and eyes to see, we can grasp these things. So I pray that what we've gone over today speaks to you. I pray that it causes you to stop going in that paper bag and only receive what He gives you and stand firm in that. I know I need to hear that every single day, all day. So repeat this message to yourself. You're not your old self anymore. Now, it's going to call to you. That brown paper bag is going to call to you. It's going to want you to open it up and put that crap back on. But my suggestion to you is Just like it says in Galatians 2, when he says, I've been crucified with Christ, burn it. God be with you. Stay in the fight. You are a warrior designed for glory. Don't forget that. Pass on this message, share, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll continue to put the content out. God be with you. Stay in the fight. Peace.